Welcome to Face Islam, and the program deals with subjects that all of us face every day related to Islam, from Muslims everywhere. I want to talk about a word today, Hikmah. And before I go any further, I want to ask Allah to give me Hikmah in this program right now, so I'll be able to present it even better. What is Hikmah? First of all, I want to tell you how to get to it, and then see if you can understand it better in the English language. We have something that in English we call information. In Arabic, ma'luma. Information. What is it? Well, it's data. It's something like in your computer. I've got information in there. And I keep it in folders, in files, and when I want to refer to it, it's there. It is just nothing but information. There's another word, though, in the Arabic language, ilm, related to that actually, ilm. It means knowledge. This is when you convert the information that you have into something usable, because information just lays there, you know, like you've got a stack of books. That's nice, a stack of books. It has a bunch of letters in there, and you can open up and look at it. But until you derive knowledge from the information, you don't have anything to work with. And so this is the difference between these two words. One is information, the second one is knowledge. But now let's go to the word that we're talking about in this episode, Hikmah. This is when a person is able to take the knowledge that they know and put it to the highest use, whether it is to use it or not to use it. That's real hikmah, knowing when to use the knowledge and when not, and how much of it to use, and how to apply it. I want to use an example right now to see if we can derive from it a good meaning here. The example I want to mention is something we know from the Bible and from Islam about the Prophet Solomon. We say the wisdom of Suleiman, or Solomon. And that was when he was presented with a case to judge. They brought two women forward, and there was a baby. They said, this lady said this is her baby. The other lady said it's her baby. Now obviously one of them is lying, because there's no possible way that both women gave birth to the same baby. In fact, for sure one of them knows they're lying, because she would have remembered she would have remembered having birth, and she sure would have remembered what her child looked like. So what was the story? And Suleiman, he wants to ask him about that, and here's the story. In the night while they were sleeping, both women had a baby when they fell asleep. There were two babies, but a wolf or some animal came in the night and took away one of the babies. So in the morning, both women claimed the remaining baby. Now, what could we do to solve this problem? And someone might say, well, give it to the one who, the baby looks like. Or give it to the one who seems to have the most attention for the baby. Give it to the one who has the most wealth, and they'll raise the baby in the best way. But Suleiman did something amazing. He ordered one of the guards to bring the sword, bring a hatchet or sword, Now, cut the baby in half and give each of them half. And right away, one of them said, no, don't do that. It's her baby, it's her baby. Then he knew who the mother was. From what? By testing her, both of them really, because the one that's really the mother, she's never going to let anything happen to her child. Whereas the other woman could stand by and say, okay, whatever, because she doesn't have that same affinity, the same love, the same commitment to the child. So the wisdom here is not, of course he wasn't going to really cut the baby in half. You know that, I know that. But what he did, he tested the person so that they could demonstrate what was the truth. And that's called Hikmah, using the knowledge that you have, maybe in a way that other people don't figure it out ever, or maybe they figure it out later. But the most important thing is to use the knowledge in the best possible way. I want to give you an example from the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Really, his grandsons. He had 2 grandsons, very famous in Islam, and they observed a man who was making wudu, which we talked about in another one of our programs when we wash up and get ready for the prayer. Well, this man was doing it wrong. He wasn't doing it properly. Now, they're younger than he is. He was an old man. So instead of going to him and saying, you know what, we're the sons or grandsons of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, and you're doing the wudu all wrong, you don't know what you're doing, hey, watch us, we're going to show you, you know. Instead, they went to him, and watch the hikmah. They said, will you judge between us? Which of us is doing the best with the wudu? And he said, sure, go ahead. And as they began to do it and wash up, he realized, oh, I'm making too many mistakes in the wudu. So he corrected himself. And I see the wisdom, and they didn't hurt his feelings. That is face Islam.